Hello there, Star Wars fans. Timothy Zahn has revealed what Thrawn would think of the First Order. I share his thoughts, but first I want to say a mic and welcome you back to Star Wars Speculation, where we love the anticipation and speculation that leads up to Star Wars releases. So hit that subscribe button and join our community today. So Timothy Zahn has been promoting his latest book, Thrawn Alliances, and has been answering a lot of interesting fan questions at various conventions and book signings. Last week, I brought you news about Zahn from Dragon Con and the Starship Sabers and Scoundrels podcast. In this week's Star Wars Newsnet covered the Rose City Comic Con, which also included a Timothy Zahn panel. And at this panel, he was asked what role he thought Thrawn might have in the First Order. Kyle Larson did a great job reporting on Star Wars Newsnet what Thrawn's thoughts were. Timothy Zahn made it very clear that Thrawn is very well aware of the bigger threats that are hidden in the unknown regions. That's as specific as he got, sorry Vong fans. But he said that the only reason Thrawn allied himself with the Empire is because he saw their military strength as something that could stand up to those forces. He said if the Rebel Alliance would have had the strength to stand up to these unknown region threats, Thrawn would have allied with them more over the Empire. Zahn was very clear that Thrawn would not feel the same way about the First Order. He said that Thrawn would find General Hux laughable and that there's no way that he would work with Kylo Ren due to Ren's instability. Unfortunately, Snoke did not come up in the conversation. These weren't necessarily criticisms of the characters, just stating how he feels his character would perceive them, end quote. So, is Timothy Zahn trashing the sequel trilogy in general here, saying that Thrawn is too good for these sequel villains? No, that last point made by Kyle is very important. Zahn isn't trashing the sequel trilogy villains. He's just sharing how he believes his character would react to them. The reason I personally enjoy Ben Solo, or rather Kylo Ren, as a villain is because he is so unstable. You really don't know what this guy's going to do next. He's super conflicted, and he seems to have maybe a little bit of good left in him. Possibly? And as far as Hux goes, a lot of people don't like the idea that he was made to seem like such an idiot in The Last Jedi. And I agree. But at the same time, I think Snoke strategically placed Hux in that position so that he could have someone in charge that was easy to manipulate. Hux is someone that was both completely brainwashed with the First Order ideology and stupid enough not to be able to stab Snoke in the back. So it makes a lot of sense that Thrawn wouldn't want to ally himself with the unstable Force user and this young, inexperienced general, even if they do have this massive amount of power. So then the question is, what would have Thrawn done if he was part of the Empire that gradually became part of the First Order? Well, at the panel, Timothy goes on to state, Thrawn is all about calculation. So he would have returned to the unknown regions after the fall of the Empire to pursue more stable allies and preparations for the greater threat or threats the galaxy has yet to meet. End quote. Kyle, the Star Wars Newsnet reporter, speculated that the Star Wars franchise might be heading to the unknown regions, and I totally agree, it seems that way. Check out this full article on Star Wars Newsnet, and for the question of the day, let me know what you think. Does this mean Thrawn won't be part of Episode 9? I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.